Episode of the Hot Sheet brought to you by ReloToBaja with Costaro Real Estate. My name is Sid Chacon, and I'm your real estate Baja in the Baja, your real estate Baja, your real estate Sherpa in the Baja Sur. And that's the kind of stuff you get when you go live, right? So here we are, guys. Today we are doing, like I said, the hot sheet. So we're going to go to relotobaja.com. Make sure you can join me if you like by going to relotobaja.com. Hit that property search, and we're going to check out the hot sheet. Let's see what's popped up on the market over the last 48 hours. The last time we did the hot sheet was on Sunday. Today is Tuesday, the 14th of October. And just to give you guys a sense of things here, I really want to give you an idea of how many total listings there are in the entire MLS. There are 2,495 total results currently on the MLS. Okay. And that is exclusively for condos and homes, any size bedrooms, any number of bedrooms, any number of baths, any price, anywhere in the entire Los Cabos MLS. Okay. So now what we want to do is we're going to take a look at time on site. We're going to go to the last, less than 2 days. That brings us up to 19 total results. And this is what's new on the MLS over the last 48 hours. So let's take a look at these real quick. Now, I'm curious, this one, you know what I'm learning right now, and you're learning along with me, is as I share my screen, is that some of these are repeating because we did look at this on Sunday. And because of that, we're having a little bit of an overlap. So that's good because that gives us a chance to really identify what we've already seen before and what the differences are. So this one, I think, did we see this one already? Let's confirm. I know we saw this one here for 2.45 million. That one we definitely already viewed. But let's look at this one at 695. Is this one that we saw? So we're going to do this a little bit backwards. Normally, I like to go to the map right off the bat. I don't believe we've seen this one before, and this is found inside Cabo del Sol, if I'm not mistaken. 4 bedrooms, 6 baths, 6.95 million. Are you a fan of these nice, like, white interiors? It looks like it lets in quite a bit of light. Looks clean. You know, some folks like it a little bit more colorful. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Give us your suggestions. But right off the bat, you can really see you got some gorgeous ocean views with this property. Again, 4 bedrooms, 6 baths, 4,800 plus square feet for 6.95. Look at how gorgeous that is. Look at those views. You can see those fishing boats out there. They are coming out of the Cabo San Lucas Marina. Likely going out there to catch some Dorado, some tuna. Are you into fishing? Did you know right now in October, we are having the beginning of our next commercial season, and October is filled with a tremendous amount of sport fishing tournaments, including the largest sport fishing tournament in the world for black and blue marlin, the Bisbee's Black and Blue. It's happening. Yep. Wow, look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous, I mean, views all around. You know, what's beautiful about this gated community is that obviously being part of this HOA, you're going to have these views protected, which are wonderful protected views. You get to enjoy these. Let me switch up the overlay here. Maybe you guys might like this layout a little bit better. Let me know if you guys like this layout more than the last one. I don't know. That kind of lets you look at things a little better, hopefully. Nice little wet bar. Now, obviously, with a property this size, there's quite a bit to explore. Look at those views. Man, what's there not to like? Now, this will likely be something you can enjoy with the family or share it with friends or even rent it out for luxury vacation rentals. And we've gone through all the pictures at this point. So let me show you exactly where it's located. Now, this is inside of Cabo del Sol, and Cabo del Sol is known to be, if I'm not mistaken, Jack Nicklaus's Pebble Beach. You can check that out on your own on his website. He calls it his Pebble Beach. He loves it because of these like oceanfront holes here. As you can see, let me pull out a little bit. And this is Cabo del Sol. Now, Cabo del Sol is host to the new Park Hyatt Hotel and the second Four Seasons in the Baja Sur area, and the new Village Center, which is being completed in just the next week or so. This is going to be an ultra luxury mall where you can find all of your favorite luxury brands. So it's quite an addition to the community of Cabo del Sol. It does have a second golf course, and that one has gone private as part of the Four Seasons. And they also have Four Seasons residences there and whatnot. So if you're interested in this type of luxury, please message me, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to usher you in to your next property here in Los Cabos on the ultra luxury division here. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Well, actually, before we do, I just want to see if there's any specific details here. Club Via 12, stunning 4-bedroom residence, private Cove Club at Cabo del Sol. It's kind of what I was mentioning right there. Private Cove Club at Cabo del Sol, one of Los Cabos' most prestigious communities. Each bedroom is a full master suite, complemented by 2 half baths, one in the living area and one on the rooftop terrace, with over 3,600 square feet under AC, 1,100 plus square feet of terraces. The Villa offers seamless indoor-outdoor living, private rooftop, features a pool and a hot tub overlooking breathtaking ocean views. Fully furnished and turnkey, Club Via 12 combines luxury, comfort, and value in one of the most desirable offerings in Cove Club. So something to consider, guys. And let's take a look at the next one. So now we're kind of getting into stuff which we will be in the next week or so doing a full episode of properties under 1.5 million. And these are relatively new to us. So let's take a look at these. And this one. So here's 3 new listings, all under 1.5. This first one's out on the East Cape. So let's take a quick look at the map. Okay, so we're out in the La Ribera area. And as I mentioned before, this is a very up and coming area of the East Cape. The highway between the San Jose International Airport and the La Ribera is scheduled to be upgraded to a 4-lane highway, 2 in each direction. Hopefully that will happen sooner than later. But between now and then, you're looking at a 1 lane in each direction. It will take you about 40 odd minutes, maybe an hour to get to your destination here in La Ribera. Now, this is not inside the famed Costa Palmas gated community where you can find this amazing marina and the first Four Seasons of the area, but it is located right over here, close to some gorgeous beaches, which is one of the things that I really, really enjoy about La Ribera is these expansive, long, what feel like, deserted beaches. Great for swimming, a great place to fish from as well. Let's take a look at the home. Now, there's some nice slopes in that general vicinity where this home is located. So I have no doubt that you'll be able to keep some nice views. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 5,900 plus square feet for 1.3 million. Now, these are renders. And again, this is likely a spec home. We want to make sure that the developer is going to complete his project in a timely fashion. In this example, he likely will be asking you to release monies directly to him for construction of the home as advances on construction are proven, right? So likely you'll pay about 35% down on something like this initially. That is paid after you do your due diligence. Usually there's about a $10,000 reservation during the due diligence period, which is fully refundable. And then after that, you start to go into a payment structure again as advances on construction move along. So you might pay an additional amount once the foundations are completed, an additional amount once the first floor is completed, because it looks like there is a second floor or a terrace finished area up here. So you might pay another payment there, and then a final 10, 20%, maybe even 30%, depending on how it's negotiated at time of closing, with anywhere from 70, 80, or even 90% having paid out at this point before you go to sign before the notary. And that does give you that sense of protection. You are using an escrow before these payments are released. And we got you covered with attorneys, escrow companies, etc. All right, let's take a look at what the details tell us here about this property. Pre-sale opportunity to own a luxury 3,230 square foot. So this 5,900 that they mentioned here clearly includes terrace space in a rooftop terrace, right? Contemporary residence in the exclusive gated community of Lomas 2, La Ribera. Floor-to-ceiling windows, double-height ceilings, and open plan design maximizes natural light and views. Save over a year of planning with fully approved home project plus curated outdoor living spaces. The project includes architectural, structural, and engineering plans, landscaping, and approved permits. Now, all of that together has a value easily of $50,000, if not more. I'm being conservative on the low end there. It can definitely be more. The resort-style design allows for a range of finishes tailored to budget and premium upgrades. Final building costs are determined transparently with real quotes and professional oversight. So quite interesting. I want to see what size the lot is. It seems like interior features 5,500 total. The lot size is 37.37 acres of an acre, right? So again, we're looking at over 1,200 square meters of land there. Yep, 1,484. That's a nice size lot. I'm sure there's a little bit extra that you can maybe do with that lot, add an extra casita perhaps at an additional cost, and turn this into a really nice family estate. All right, let's take a look at the next property here. Okay, 1.29 on the Pacific side. So now we're going all the way from the East Cape area, La Ribera, over to the Pacific side. Remember to use the hybrid function. That really gives you a good sense of where we're looking at here. And it looks like this is the Pescadero area. No, this is north of Todos Santos. All right. So great example. Again, you can really tell this is that little center dividing line, if you would, this oasis section, if you would, right here of Todos Santos, Highway 19 with that really famous L. This gets you in and out through Todos Santos. And this is just on the north side of it, right here. And will it tell us this little section, what this enclave is called? No, it does not pop up on the map. Now, remember, Todos Santos is about 45 minutes north of Cabo San Lucas and another 45 minutes south, if you would, of La Paz. So you're equidistant from both of those towns where you can pretty much get everything you need. Both of them have great hospitals, lots of shopping. So it depends on what you're feeling like. You could choose to go in either direction to get your supplies or your needs taken care of as well. Let's take a look at this home. Now, remember, Todos Santos is also very close to a couple great surf breaks over in the Pescadero and Cerritos area. So if you're a surfer, this will definitely scratch that itch, right? 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 5,240 square feet is what we're looking at right here for 1.29. All right. Now, this is a completely finished project. Definitely not renders, which is what I originally felt it was with that very first image. It just looked so perfect. Again, you get to see these finishes that I mentioned before in a previous video are very common. These earthy tones, the polished cement walls and counters, even some floors as well. Keeps it simple but elegant, kind of modern, minimalistic, easy to maintain as well. Now, Todos Santos is known for its lushness, as you can see right here, and lots of palm trees. I'm sure you could grow a nice little organic garden, get your fine herbs going on if you're a chef cook. Uh, did we see? Yeah, I think we've seen them all at this point, all of the photographs. Let's see what the description tells us in the details. Villa Giselle is what it's known, and it's the first home release from the exclusive Acar Residences and Club in Todos Santos, coveted San Sebastian neighborhood. That's the neighborhood I was looking to share with you guys what the name of the neighborhood was. Situated on a quarter-acre parcel, which is phenomenal. This remarkable 3,800 square foot home represents your gateway to sophisticated coastal Baja living. Villa Giselle sits within a masterfully conceived gated community where renowned Italian design team Gatto and Titi Piazzesi, I think that's the way to pronounce it. Please forgive me if I did not give it justice. Harmonizes contemporary luxury with Baja's natural splendor. The crown jewel is Villa Giselle's stunning rooftop deck featuring a custom fire pit for intimate evening gatherings and luxurious jacuzzi for ultimate relaxation. What truly sets this retreat apart are the unparalleled sunset views that paint the sky in brilliant colors each evening, followed by spectacular stargazing opportunities. This elevated space transforms Villa Giselle into a truly exceptional living experience. Guys, take a look at that. So let me know if this is something that appeals to you, right? This is ready to move in and in a nice parcel of land. 1.29 million just in the north side of Todos Santos. Let's take a look at this one at just over a million, guys. You know, if we did some good negotiation on this one, we could probably get it for under a million. And this one takes us to Loreto. Remember, Loreto is the famous original capital of all the Californias, where the famous Camino Real, or the Royal Path, begins, joining, or what's the word I'm looking for, connecting all of the missions on a 1 day's horseback ride. Okay, and this is inside the Nopalo area, which was originally meant and designed by the National Tourist Fund of Mexico to be a tourist destination with golf course. As you can see right here, there are still some hotel sites that will be eventually developed. And you do have townhouses and single family residences here. And just to give you a better sense, Loreto is just about a 20 odd minute drive north right here. Okay. And along with the Loreto International Airport. So let's take a quick look at this and go to the details, starting with the photographs. So clearly, two-story building. Remember, this is inside the Nopalo area. So it's got a more of a, what would I call, a traditional design. This was very common, 10 odd years ago. It still holds up. It has a sense of classic, hacienda, luxury to it, so to speak. I believe this is hammered copper right here, which is pretty cool. There's a guy in La Paz that does those. You have a nice wet bar over here in your living room, dining table, kind of open floor plan. It's got some nice appointments, outdoor kitchen for barbecuing. This is your second floor view. And I believe that's a hole right there on the golf course. I don't know what hole that is. Maybe they'll give us an idea on the description of the property. Nice big shower and tub. And here we are on the rooftop deck of the second floor. And those views of the surrounding mountains, I mentioned San Javier is through those mountains, about an hour away from Loreto on the highlands there, found in this little valley where you'll find another mission. And I believe one of the oldest olive trees in that area right there. And San Javier does put on a nice festival every year celebrating its namesake, San Javier Festival. And it's quite awesome to go and enjoy the food, the local fare, and some wine. What can I tell you? So about this property, you know what? I really wish they'd have given us a little bit more information about this one because it looks like such a nice property. It deserves to have a story. What do you guys think, right? It deserves to have a story. They should have shared something with us on that one. HOA fees are $450 per month. Beach club, golf, pool, restaurants, bars. Those are amenities you'll find within the community. All right. Well, that covers that. Let's go on to the rest of these new hot listings. Welcome. If you're joining us right now, this is the hot sheet brought to you by ReloToBaja with Costaro Real Estate. Again, my name is Sid Chacon, and I am your real estate Sherpa in Baja Sur. And we're taking a look at these properties. Oh, did we see this one before? I do not think so. All right, just under $1 million. You know, what's interesting here is that we're seeing, because these are sorted high to low. By the way, when you do your searches, you can sort them high to low, low to high, however you like. List date, listing number, sold date. Yeah, you can also take a look at sold properties on my search here on my website. So we've got these two, one at 950, the other one at 799. And let's take a look at this one right here, right at 500. You know, later today, guys, we're going to be doing another live. Join us for that one. Part of our 12-part series as we continue to share with you how to use the search feature here. And we do it in $100,000 increments. I believe today we're doing from $500,000 to $600,000. Now, this is on the East Cape. Okay, the Vita Sol Hotel. So this is a great location because if you go a little farther, I'm gonna use the word north to describe it, northeast on the East Cape Road. You can kind of see that East Cape Road right here. If you go a little farther, you'll find more surf spots. And if you go a little, that's northeast. If you go southwest, you'll find more surf spots. This is probably one of the most numerous surf spots in the area. Right here is a surf spot, I believe. Right here's another surf spot. Right here's another surf spot. Right here's another surf spot, La Fortuna. I mean, there's quite a few surf spots right here from La Fortuna, Shipwrecks, Nine Palms. These are the names of the areas here for these surf spots, which is quite, I missed one. I think one's right there. Here's another surf spot, which is phenomenal. So all of these breaks are great for you to go enjoy some surfing. Now, this property is located next to the famous, here's Playa Vinoramas, another surf spot right here, actually, by the Vita Sol Hotel. I've had margaritas at the Vita Sol Hotel. Great view. It's a nice place to enjoy when you're out there. I believe they even have a little market that does a little bit of organic stuff there on the weekends. All right, let's take a quick look here at this property, starting with the photos. And you can see the Vita Sol Hotel here in the background and this property right here on the main East Cape Road. 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3,300 plus square feet, almost 3,400. Looks like you have some solar panels going on right there. This looks as if it is part of the property as well. Gorgeous views. Oh, no, that is separate. Okay. Glad they did that because that could have been a little misleading. Although, you know, this little section right here still makes me wonder. It could be that the owner owns the rest of the land around there. Look at that. It's modern. Clean. I like that contrast of wood and white. These little archways. I believe they've done a good job with the carpentry. got that beachy feel that you want to have right out on the East Cape. The pool's not too big, not too small. It's a little Goldilocks, and it looks like they put in a little garage space in. Sorry, gym space in the garage. That's what I meant to say. And that covers just about the whole property. That gives us some surrounding views there with the drone shots. That's a nice view. Again, the Vita Sol right there. Here's this property right there. Right off the East Cape Road, so easy access. And of course, you have your solar panels. This is off-grid living. There's your generator, which likely is fueled by liquid propane, in case you need that. All right, let's take a look at what the description tells us. Come on, give us a description, agent. 2 bedrooms, 2 full bath, 1 half bath, 3,300 plus square footage. Casa Portofino is a fully renovated 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath home on the southern East Cape with unobstructed views of the Sea of Cortez and mere minutes walk to multiple surf breaks, as I mentioned earlier. Remodeled in 2023, this 2-story home has all new cabinetry, appliances, windows, sliders, front door, wood stair risers, light fixtures, air conditioners, ceiling fans, and a solar system with 4 lithium batteries and 18 kilowatts Generac backup generator. That's plenty for that property. Minutes walk from several surf breaks and just 15 minutes from Nine Palms surf break. Vita Sol Hotel is a 1-minute walk away. Le Valise, Hotel is 5 minutes away. 1 hour from the historic town of San Jose del Cabo and 50 minutes from the Los Cabos International Airport. I agree. I concur, doctor. Do you concur? I concur. All right. Furnished, fully ready to go. Septic. You are living off grid in this area. And if you're wondering about water, there are plenty of water wells in the surrounding area, and you would get your water trucked in. Okay. And that's how you do that. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Again, we're going from the East Cape over to the Pacific side for just under $800,000. Let's take a look at this one. Specifically, where are you on the Pacific side? And we're going to hit that hybrid button again. Let's not forget to do that. Okay, so we are in Cerritos, guys, right in the middle of Cerritos. So this is the main Cerritos North Beach area, that famous break that everybody likes to hang out at. Right here, right at the top where it says Hacienda Cerritos, right below it, right here. You'll find many, there used to just be like one. Now there's several, about a handful of beach clubs right there to enjoy. And this is located right here, just at the beginning of the north end of Cerritos. All right, let's zoom in a little bit here. Looks like you're a second row, maybe third row property. This would be considered first row, front row right here. And I believe that this lot goes all the way across from road to road. Let's see if I'm right. Otherwise, if this is split in half, this is considered a third row lot. Let's confirm it. Let's take a look at what the property has to tell us. Again, looks like a new construction. Yes, this is a third row lot, as you can see right here. That map is a little bit older. There's already something built behind it, and this would be right here, your third row. But again, not too far from the beach. Casa Vino is what it's called. You can take this road right here, go right down, and boom, head to the beach. You're right on the beach. You can surf right here. So that is literally a walk to the surf right here. So keep that in mind, guys. Cerritos doesn't mean that you have to go to that north end area that I described a moment ago just to surf. You can absolutely surf right here, virtually in front of your Casa Vino property, if that's where you called home. Again, nice finishes on the interior. Look at those sunsets. And I believe even from here, you can see the whales jumping during whale season, which we're just about to start now at the tail end of October. Pun intended. Here we go. Again, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3,400 plus square feet for 799, 900. Give us your comments. How do you like this property? That is a very close-up shot of that shower head. We got to admit, what were you thinking when you took this picture? What are you trying to show me? Right. But that said, there you go. Oh, there you go. How big of a gym do you need? Right. I mean, if you're going to work out, that looks like a full body workout if you know how to do it. There you go. Look at those views. Gorgeous. And the rooftop top, the tippity top. That would be considered, if you would, the roof on the second, so third floor virtually. You have a nice little concrete built-in sofa. And there are your solar panels. Now you do have plenty of land. You could build a pool back here. You could add another casita. Looks like they have a little fire pit going on right there. So you have some room to expand and build a little bit more, continue to personalize, customize this property. Yep, Pescadero is just 12 minutes away. Cerritos Beach, the main beach section is right about over there. And Cabo San Lucas dos Santos right over here, the highway. So again, remember, Cerritos is about, at least for me, about a 20 odd minute drive from Cabo San Lucas, and it'll take you about another 15 odd minutes to 20 minutes to get to Todos Santos. So you're quite in the middle of all the things you might want or need: farm to table restaurants, shopping, and some great experiences, guys. That's what this has to offer. All right, let's go back to the description, see what they have to share with us in this 4 bedroom, 2 full, 1/2 bath, 3,400 plus square foot property. There's a certain calm that settles over you the moment you arrive at Casa Vino, the kind of peace only the perfect blend of ocean, desert, and mountains can create. From every window, the Pacific glimmers in the distance and is framed by cactus gardens or the soft rise of the Sierra de la Laguna to the east. The sound of waves drift through the open living spaces carried by a constant ocean breeze. Casa Vino is a custom designed home that blends modern lines with splashes of Mexican artistry, polished concrete floors, handcrafted mosaic tiles, and natural wood accents that come together in harmony. Man, this guy is a poet. Whoever wrote this, good on you, man. You are really like passionate about this property. If full-time living isn't your goal, Casa Vino works beautifully as a second home or a hybrid vacation property, Airbnb, with peak season nightly rates often reaching 500 USD and beyond. Well, you know what? The magic number that one wants to always hit is about a 1% return on investment monthly. That's gross. So you can get that 12% return on investment. If that's 800, that's $800,000. That's $8,000 per month. If we're hitting the $500,000, all you have to do is rent this out at $500 a night, 16 nights out of the month. Now, you might want to lower the price in certain seasons. You might have to rent it out more than 16 nights in order to hit that number. But there you go. I mean, doable, potentially. How good are you at Airbnb? Would you need to hire somebody to do that? Let us know in the comments down below if you would need help renting this out. We can provide you with some great referrals, and you can interview and see which one works best for you. Okay. Now, again, this is very close to a lot of amenities, restaurants, bars, and the acreage. Again, about a quarter of an acre, a 1,000 square meter lot is what that would look like. Good size lot. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, this is in the Cabo corridor. We find ourselves in between San Jose del Cabo and Cabo San Lucas for just $500,000. Let's see exactly where. All right, looks like we're in Cabo Bayo. Cabo Bayo, you may have heard me in a previous video, was one of the original gated communities oceanside in Cabo San Lucas, just outside of Cabo. And just to show you how quickly we get there, here you go. This is the main beach. Here's the famous public parking area of the beach. The marina is right there. And you are about 10 minutes away, 15 tops with some traffic to get back to Cabo. What's really nice about this community is right across the street, you have Fresco, which is a phenomenal supermarket, Home Depot, There's some doctor's offices immediately close by, and I mean immediately, like right outside of Cabo Bayo, and even across the street. There's a doctor's office. There's a wine shop, and of course Home Depot. If you needed to go do some more heavier shopping, you do have Costco with their gasoline station and the 24/7 Soriana, which is another supermarket right here. Again, you have all the amenities, and on this hillside, lots of great restaurants now as well in the Altazal hillside. So you do not even have to go into town unless you really want to. And one of the beautiful features of the Cabo del Sol gated community, oops, I keep wanting to do this, is the fact that you have Cabo Bayo Beach right here. This beach is a pet-friendly beach that is phenomenal for your children if you have them, or for you if you love to frolic in the sand and ultimately do a little bit of snorkeling and swimming. It's a great, great little beach. All right, let's go on to the next one. Details here. And we'll take a look at the pictures first. Now, this is an older build. You can right away, you can kind of tell by the type of granite that they've got going on. They might have updated the backsplash somewhat recently, but you might want to do a little bit of changes to this. If not, it's ready to rock and roll nonetheless. It's got a nice spacious kitchen with a bar, great for breakfast, having a quick lunch. Now, that is an old school built-in tub, okay? What would you do with that tub? Would you keep it, or would you take it out and just build a really big, nice shower? Well, this picture could have been a little bit better. And that's all she wrote when it came to pictures. Okay. They might have been able to do a better job with the pictures. No kidding. All right. Let's take a look at this one. 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, 1,800 square feet. Again, located within the gated community of Cabo Bayo, this 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home offers comfort, security, and an exceptional coastal lifestyle. The open floor plan provides a seamless flow between living, dining, and kitchen areas, enjoying 3 spacious terraces and a large backyard. Ideal for relaxing outdoors or creating your own private oasis. Residents of Cabo Bayo benefit from 24-hour security and an exclusive beach access to a tranquil cove. Yes, that is 100% true. Casa Bella Soleil. Casa Bel Soleil, I think is how it's pronounced. All right, let's go on to the next one, guys. Okay, so now we're under the $500,000 price point, and as you can see, there's only one really right here at 485, and then within the 4 to 500,000, and then we have this one here at 330,000. That looks like we're back in the Cerritos beach area, and then we drop under the $300,000 price point. So let's take a look at these quickly. These 3, I believe we may be close to finishing. So as always, we go to the map, we check out the hybrid section here to help us identify. This looks like it's Todos Santos again, guys. Are you starting to recognize that just by the initial photo, the initial map here? And there it is, Todos Santos. This is that little center oasis, if you would, that little line that comes down here and divides the south from the north of Todos Santos. As you can see right here, this one looks like it's much closer to the ocean. Work with me here, fingers. All right. So it's got a modern sense to it, right? But yet kind of eclectic. Leather furniture is what it seems to have there. Small, cozy. It's the first word that comes to mind. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,807 square feet, 485. Again, location here with the proximity to the water and more than likely the size of the lot. That's what I believe you're really getting here. Simple, classic construction for Todos Santos, polished cement floors, counters. Oh, look at that. See, this is what I think you're also getting here. Those little casitas. Those are extra bedrooms set aside from the main house. It's what it looks like. Let's see how right or wrong I am. Look at that. Oh, have I been here? I think I have. Is that all we're showing? Well, you're kind of not showing the whole. Come on, guys. Where are the pictures? I think we're missing something. Two bedrooms, two full baths, maybe. Just steps from the sands. Because, see, that was confusing with those photographs. Two bedrooms, two full baths, 1850. Just steps from the sand. This modern beach casita in Todos Santos is a rare find, located just 3 rows from the ocean. It offers effortless coastal living with clean lines, breezy indoor outdoor spaces, and stunning sunsets, perfect for laid back beaches. This home blends style with comfort, close to town, yet tucked away in a peaceful neighborhood. It's the kind of property that doesn't last long. So if you've been dreaming of a modern Baja getaway, now is the time. Let's take a look at the property, at the lot size. They're not giving us lot size information here. Property name Casita 2 Palmas. So, 2007. It looks like it's part of something larger. Oh, here we go. Lot size in acres. Just about 1/10. So just under 400,000, 400 square meters, probably 360 odd square meters is what we're looking at right here, which is a good sized lot. It's not bad at all. 360. You can build a decent sized house with that. But again, this picture, I mean, are you telling me all of this is 2 bedrooms, 2 bath? Interesting. Are you part of an HOA? We want more information. Well, at least they have me intrigued. All right. If this is something that tickles your fancy, and you want to know a little bit more about that one, like I do, I'll probably just look this up because I want more information. I'll give the realtor a call and find out. Give me answers to my questions. All right. Let me know. Put your comments down below. Let's go on to the next one. Puesta del Sol number 2B. Clearly, it's a condo or a townhouse, as we can see right here. Okay, we've been to this one before. Again, you can see by this picture, we're right very, very close to the main Cerritos beach area, as you can see right here. Boom, Hacienda Cerritos, Cerritos Surf Colony. We're very, very close. I'll switch to hybrid so you can get a better sense of it. And there you go, just about one street off from the main area. Puesta del Sol is what this is called. We have seen this community, I believe, before. You can how easy that is. You can walk to the beach access right there. Boom. Gotta love that. Just walk over with your surfboard. You can see these have 3 stories. I believe there's 3 different condos right there, one per floor. The rooftop is exclusive for the one on the top. Nice gated community. They may have done some upgrading here with the countertops. Look at that. It's like a studio, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 968 square feet. Big, nice size for a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. And it looks like it's a rooftop. I mean, it's a top floor condo, right? So this may be your private rooftop. Yep, that's all she wrote when it came to pictures. Let's go take a look at the description. Top floor, 1 bedroom, 3rd story, rooftop deck. Just 100 meters from iconic Cerritos Beach. This fully furnished gem features a gorgeous ocean views and cozy fireplace, shade pergola, outdoor dining, and surfboard storage for perfect for the Baja lifestyle. Inside, you'll find a fully equipped kitchen with a walk-in pantry, high-speed internet, Roku TV, and thoughtful amenities throughout. Enjoy the community pool and prime location in the heart of Cerritos Beach, just steps from surf, sand, and local cafes and beachfront eateries. With a proven rental history and strong returns, this condo is an insane investment opportunity at an amazing price. Live the Baja lifestyle and make money with your investment too. I would agree. I mean, a one bedroom, one full bath, 1,000 square feet at 333,000. That's not bad at all. Again, if we were talking about that famous, 1% per month that everybody wants to get, that's $3,330 per month. If you could do an average 40% penetration, did I do that right? I think I might not have. Yeah, $237 a night. You may not choose to rent it out that much. You might want to just enjoy it for yourself, but definitely subsidize the cost. But again, to be able to stay in a place like that for about $200 a night, you could probably sleep four people in there. I don't know. Do you think that's fair? Is that a good number? Would you pay $200 a night to spend the night right there, not too far from the beach, walking distance, and be able to surf? Is that something that would appeal to you as an Airbnb renter, or would you pay less? What do you think that would be? That said, could you rent it out for more than half the month, right? At 40% penetration, that's about 12 nights out of a 30-day month. So about 12 nights, 11 nights, so to speak, right? Could you rent it out for more at a better rate and hit that 1% per month? Let me know what your comments are. What do you think? And this one is in La Paz. So now we're in the capital of Baja California Sur, the current capital, and I don't believe it'll change again. In this example, let's take a look at where we're at. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe we are close to the Centenario area. Sure enough, that's what it says, Centenario. And here we go. Right. Remember, Centenario is a big up and coming neighborhood amongst US and Canadian folks that are looking to retire in this area of Baja California Sur. There is the international airport, Manuel Marquez, and you're only about a 20-minute drive into the La Paz commercial area, where you will find both car dealerships and plazas, Home Depot, supermarkets, clothing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's even a casino and movie theaters, things for you to enjoy, all right here. So it's very much all at your fingertips when it comes to getting to those amenities. And of course, remember, the Malecon of La Paz is a great place to spend your evenings, enjoying a wonderful walk, beautiful sunsets. Let's take a look here at Calle Ocho. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,600 plus square feet for just under 300,000. Looks like it's a new construction. Right off the bat, you got this wonderful rooftop terrace here. It is single level living, so that's nice for many folks. You only go up the stairs if you really want to get a sense of a view. You do have some covered parking here. And there's your floor plan. Little dipping pool. I believe you can expand the pool. And I think we got it all. That's it for those pictures. What's the description telling us? Yep, 2 bedroom, 2 bath house with a pool and a view for under 300,000. They didn't really show us the views, but they claim that they have them. I'd like to see them. Rooftop terrace and covered parking pergola on a 900-meter square lot. That's not bad. A lot that offers views of the Bay of La Paz. So there's more to that lot that meets the eye, obviously. Just about 1,000 square meters. City lights and mountains. The house features 1,000 square feet of interior, just a little over 1,000 square feet of interior living space, 1,642 square feet of total construction, plus a 10 by 13 pool. Main living area has an open kitchen and island, living room and dining room spaces with sliding glass doors that open to the covered patio and sparkling pool. Stairs to the rooftop terrace with shade pergola offer amazing sunset and ocean views. The house includes custom carpentry, granite and marble counters, stainless appliances, and AC units in each room. There you go. Obviously, water and power are all municipal, and you have fiber optic internet. What more could you ask for? Pre-construction price is just under 300,000. The price will increase to 314,900 after Obra Negra is completed, and 329,900 after the doors and the windows are installed. So this is a great question. Are they showing us the already finished property, or are they using that as an example at the $299,900 price point? Because they're already alluding to this going up in price after the doors and windows are installed. So what can I tell you? Interesting. One thing that it does show right here, it talks about how I described earlier on a pre-construction. When you're buying a home, $10,000 initial deposit is what I said to reserve the property. They're only asking for $5,000. That's all right. Again, this goes into an escrow. It's fully refundable. You go through your due diligence period. And then once you finish your due diligence and you sign the promissory contract for the construction, you would then pay 35% payment due at the promissory contract signing. Now, this is assuming that you're starting from scratch. The home has not been edified in any way. You're looking at another 35% second down payment due at Obra Negra. That means when the entire building is edified, but not with finishes, meaning it's not finished with finishes. Please excuse my redundancy, but your floors are not installed. They may not have the plaster on the walls. They obviously windows, doors may not be installed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It may not be wired yet at that point, but the construction itself, the building has been edified. And then a 20% third payment due when doors and windows are installed, and a final 10% payment due when transfer of title is ready to be completed. So that kind of gives you an example of what I was describing earlier when we were talking about payment structures on a new construction. And they do go on to give you different examples depending on what stage of construction the home is in when you ultimately contract to purchase it. All right, let's move on to the next one. So here we are now, well, this is another one in La Paz at 265. And we're quickly reaching our 1 hour mark, guys. So we may not get a chance to finish all of these, but I do want you to see that this is new. Just under $100,000, Altamira Plus Coronado, 76,316. If you were really interested in doing a investment property, I mean, you might choose to stay in it or not, but these properties right here do rent out for approximately $600-700 a month, fully furnished. So again, if you're looking to hit an investment of 1% per month, 76,316, I'm going to have to show you this one, and we'll take a look at the other one real quick. These will be our last two, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let me see this. This is a cute little casita. This is in La Paz. I really want to know where this one's at. I think we're still in the... No, this is right as we enter the La Paz city limits. Look at that. See? So yeah, you are kind of still in the rural area just before you hit La Paz. I would say about 10 minutes outside of La Paz. There's quite a bit of traffic on this road right here at different times of the day. I would have to say that it's always busy, this little section, this little highway right here. But nonetheless, you are sitting in a rural area to a great extent. Eventually, the urban growth will reach you. But in the meantime, you are definitely enjoying this ranch style home here. And as you can see, look at that double height ceiling here. They got the farm doors on the bathroom. I mean, it's cute. It's quaint. 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 265,000. I think they made a mistake when they put in that square footage. But there's like a bed in the living room area. Maybe some elderly folks lived here and they made the best of it for the single level living. It looks like is a second floor clearly with that stairwell that goes up to that second area. I'm sure that's 2,963 square feet. Look at that outdoor kitchen. It's like you're living on a small little ranch. You know, let's take a look at the size of the lot here. Yep, it's like a mini ranch. It's cute. It's quaint. You could probably do more with the lot, and that's probably what you're really buying here is the parcel of land. Let's take a look at that. Parking for 5 cars. So the lot size in acres, you're looking at 68% of 4,000 square meters. Yep, this is almost 3/4 of an acre with 2,724 square meters for that lot. It's a good sized lot, guys. What can I tell you? So if you're into rural living and you want to do something just outside of La Paz, that is an interesting little find. Okay, so this one, if I were to say anything, this would be a great, super easy, really inexpensive, $76,000. You can rent it out for 650. Right now I'm helping a client rent out their property here, and we're looking at a competitive pricing at 13,500 pesos, and at the current exchange rate, 13,500 pesos at the current exchange rate of 18.5. That's $729 per month. You can absolutely hit your 1% per month gross, hit that 12% return on investment on that $76,000. I'm talking long term rentals here. You can do Airbnb with these, and many are rented through Airbnb. But right now, I'm giving you a specific example of long-term rentals. So you'd likely not be using this yourself, and you could rent it out. Like I said, hit that 12% return on investment. Your only expense here, there are no HOA dues, if I'm not mistaken, on this one. Each building is pretty much administrated by the condo owners of that building. So they get together and they fix and they do whatever they need to do. If they want to put up a security gate right here, everybody in the building participates to put up their own security gate, et cetera, et cetera. So it's very well, you're dealing with the neighbors. You have a total of, what is it, 4 per floor, 4 floors, 16 condos total. So you're looking at 16 total condos per building. That means 16 owners get together and get things done. And I know that because I've helped clients purchase here, and that's how they get things done. Now, again, your only expense is going to be your property tax. And if you're purchasing as a foreigner, your yearly trust fees, which are likely going to be $650 a year for trust fees, okay, which is close to 1 month of your rentals, $650. But your property taxes here on something like this is going to be ridiculously low. I mean, at 0.2%, you're looking at maybe $150 a year, if that. I'm being very conservative with that property tax. So $150 a year in property taxes plus your 650, you're about at $800. You could make a net 11%, just about 10.5% net return on investment on something like this. Like I said, fully furnished. If we take a look at this one, let's see what this looks like. And what's nice about this location, it's right on the north end of Cabo San Lucas, very close to Diamante, which is a golf gated community where they host the World Series of Technology or something like that. It's the upcoming PGA tournament. It's the only PGA tournament in Cabo San Lucas. And you can see the ocean from here. Look at that, right? And that, what you see right there, is Diamante. So it's a great location. 20 minutes into town with traffic from here, close to shopping. Now, what I would recommend is you would want to spend a little bit of investment and fix up this kitchen, put proper carpentry in here, maybe switch up the furniture. And if you talk to my wife and I, we can turn you on to places where you can buy some really nice, more modern looking and current type furniture that will make this place sparkle a little bit more, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg. These guys clearly, they just did basic stuff here. So yeah, you can make that work 100%. All right, guys, that does it for today. Thank you so much for joining us on the hot sheet. This is another edition brought to you by ReloToBaja with Costaro Real Estate. My name is Sid Chacon. I am your real estate Sherpa in the Baja Sur. I'd love to continue sharing, but I don't know if you're following, so make sure to click the subscribe button right there. And of course, like, share, and the notification bell. Hit that notification bell to make sure that you always get an update on when we're going to do another live. So look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Oh, remember, in just a few moments, we will be doing another live in our 12-part series, going from $500,000 to $600,000 exclusively. Okay, as we go from Loreto to Los Cabos, from the Pacific to the Sea of Cortez. See you soon.